introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because when this guy...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield now. He's going to try and go deep again. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
81 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 76 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the 40 now on set. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Play fake. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now Mayfield lost the football. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield steps away.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. There he goes, right side. 30. 10, and they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got an open man at Shorts. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. from the gun. It's a give to Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Cousins.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And he's got room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Second and 7.
Off the play fake, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. On the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He's going to look deep down the field.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. And again, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Chubb again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Chubb, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On the run is Nwangu. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a 1st down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Nwangu. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
To throw is Cousins.
They'll find Nwangu underneath. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They go with Chubb on second down.
89 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 45 on second down, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emerson Griffin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, he's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Following the interception, Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff here to Nwangu. And now the rookie's free.
What you doing out there, boy?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Rohrwasser now for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Everson Griffin in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.